Careful, no accidents. You got to take us to the airport. Is he going to take us on airport in that? Huh?
Yeah, that's what we're going to ride in the airport.
Good morning, everybody. So, we got one more day left here. We leave tomorrow evening. And we have some guests come here from the Netherlands and stay for the past couple days. And I really appreciate them sliding in at the last minute. Got the guys all still busy here working. Joel's here doing the countertop right now. And that's the dealio with that. Yep. And our guests are about to roll out of here. And they're going to hit the road. They are motorbiking journey. I think they're going to head north up the island towards Iloilo. Away they go. Heading to Iloilo. They rode up all the way, where they say, from Samar, right, Mal?
Yes, Samar.
Nice. Nice, nice. Well, it's already lunchtime, and we've just been out hustling everywhere, just trying to get things done, clean up, lining up things for them to do while we're gone. And they're not really going to work over there on none of that new project when we're gone. They're going to work over here on our house when we're not in the way, and do a bunch of maintenance and stuff and all. Like that wall there has never been skim coated or painted. All of this up here has never been primered or painted or anything. We want to texture that too, like the house. This pipe needs to be, that's an old temporary pipe we had when we were building the house to have water to the outdoor kitchen. This drain pipe needs to be painted in, you know, just stuff. Up on the top floor, we want to sand and repaint the purlins and all before I put a PVC sealant in it later. I want to get all that work prepped. This right here, I want them to clean it off really good, power wash it, scrub it, get every debris off of it. And I bought paint for them to put a couple of good coats of paint on it. And then maybe later we might put decking over that, but for right now, I just want to protect the metal. It's got a primer on it now, but the primer's kind of getting, you know, wore down by the UVs from the sun. So we'll clean it up really good, and we'll get some coats of paint on that for longevity of it. This stuff, of course, all the pergola needs to be finished, sanded all everywhere and cleaned up really good, primer painted, and a little bit of stuff over there on the other projects, but just some stuff so when we come back, this is even closer to being all in order. And I've had this pole right here, this column that looks so yucky. Y'all see it in video all the time, right? Because here in the Philippines, just crud grows so fast, algae and molds. In the water right here, it needs like a little damming across right there so the water will go to the drain, not run off. But where everything runs off here, it's just grown all this algae on it. Because that skim coat, if you don't get it primered and painted, it'll really grow an algae. So they're going to clean all this column here up, sand it really good, retexture or, you know, re-skim coat, and then seal it with some coats of primer and paint all on it too. And some of the others underneath here also that wasn't done. Just a lot of little touch-up and maintenance work that'll just make the place nicer, and hopefully we'll come back to a really positive environment, you know, when everything in a whole lot better condition than even when we left. So that's going to be pretty great. I'll be happy to get this done underneath here. You know, it looks okay like it is, but it's not finished, and it's kind of yellowing, you know, and all. And, you know, it's got the little dark stuff along that edge there. All of that will be nice and clean and done. Over at the staircase, it'll just be nice. It'll be nice because a lot of this little nitpicking stuff will be done. And right now, as we speak, Joel is putting the countertop on for my little outdoor kitchen. And that's very nice, and that means that when I come back, you know, I have a countertop here now on these concrete counters that we poured, and you know, sink and everything here. You know, we got the sink right there, the sink and all here, and functioning. So really like the outdoor stuff better. And this big drain right here, it goes right down direct to a septic. I mean, just direct, large volume and direct. No having to, you know, pass through a long pipe and a flooring or nothing. It's just direct. And we got clean outs on it down there. If we do have to clean it out, we have once before. But it's gonna be a whole lot better when they're cleaning all of that stuff. It's got a lot of heavy food product and all on it, you know, leftover scrap stuff and all. That it can go right down, and we can keep the inside kitchen way cleaner. Just drinking glasses and maybe some simple items. So yeah, just a lot of little stuff that can go on. This has never been painted. If they get it all done while I'm gone, well then I'm gonna have Miller to come get the guy that makes the jealousy windows and put those in and manage that while we're gone. So I get back, there should be like a nice pretty set of windows in there that I can close if the wind's blowing, that I can open if it's a nice day. And just should be an overall better situation. You know, come back to something looking really good and just ready to get with it and have a new season of great customers and visitors and friends and family, and just enjoy life. So we're gonna seal up these drains right here for while I'm gone. We've already got it plugged up in the pipe in there, but just to keep even extra stuff out, we're gonna put the covers over this, and we're gonna double up these sacks right here. Those are pretty tough sacks. Double them up. We've got it folded there right now. Poke a hole through, put those screws through with that sack underneath that cover, and tighten it down to keep from any debris or anything being able to go into that drain on there. So that is the plan anyway. So I had a gentleman tell me in comments, trying to help out, saying that we're going to regret pouring the floor before we did the walls, that you need to do the walls first for the floor. But we already had pretty much a wall all the way around in here. This is a second layer wall coming in like a finishing wall, and I wanted to pour that floor in all the way out, and then we put this big slope out which locks over that, and we had that concrete roughed up and everything, and poured that slurry, and you see we don't have a big mess on the floor. We haven't even come in here and scraped it. This is just the way it was. You know, we just got a couple little drops that you can knock right off with a spatula there right now, and just very little. Look here, it might be just a little drop or two right there. That's it. We worked pretty neatly here, so we didn't have to come back in here, and we haven't scraped this floor or nothing. I mean, it's just sitting here with, you can just take a spatula and knock that off, or a scraper. We did a good job, and this is all water line is down here, and all this is getting tiled, so you won't see this seam, this joint, and it's all solid, you know, into the water line right there, and the rest is just like a coping around top. It's all going to get tiled around up there and finished. So it is all good in the hood. All good in the hood. He said he'd been doing it for 50-something years, and I know there's a lot of people. I've had others too. I had one guy come here. Why didn't you ask me to engineer your pool? Because I didn't need nobody to engineer my pool. I know at your work you do somewhere else, but I just want to do it on my own. And I appreciate, though, the advice. Sometimes the advice is I take them. And sometimes I'm just stubborn. But I'm still Frank Sinatra in this deal, you know. I did it my way. And I'm having fun with it. It's my journey. I'm sharing my journey. And I think overall we've done a pretty darn good job. We just got to come back and put the final layers over this. This is already sealed, my God. I mean, I don't mean sealed like I know water will soak up concrete and all that. I'm talking about it's already structurally proof. That is so much concrete right there. The rest is just finishing and shaping. And I told them I didn't want to do the rest and get the steps perfect until we're actually ready to tile. Main thing is I want to get all the steel sealed right now and leave everything rough for another layer. We'll come back and do a muriatic acid wash down on this. It'll do a little etching on it so you'll get a good bond when I return, and I will enjoy the finishing process greatly too. That's going to be a lot of fun. And that'll go really fast. Yeah, y'all keep that here. Y'all gonna need to use it because I want you to clean all that stone. While you're at it, you can clean the ones around front too. Just any of that stuff, and you need to clean that column or anything. Y'all just have it here and use it. Don't lose your clamp, okay? Because you leave it on the end of that hose, it'll be lost.
Am I in the right location?
I'm recording you and you're recording me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait. Record each other.
Yeah, hey man, how you doing, friends? Hey Cap, how you doing?
That's funny. Man, rolling like a big shot.
Yeah, well, you're talking about ATVs in Texas, right? So
Man.
I had to come show you ATVs in the Philippines before you get out of here.
Wow. Big
that's great to
pimpin',
see.
spending G's.
Well, I mean, dude, if you're gonna go to the province, right? That's the province in style right there. That's the Cadillac province right there. Power steering on the rocks and everything. You know what I mean? It's good for our age. You know?
Man, big pimpin'.
1,000 cc's V-twin. Anything else, you'll have to Google it. I don't know too much more about it than that.
Wow.
It's a fun ride though. What do you think, Phil? Passenger?
It's good.
I know, because she's back there cruising like she's in a recliner or something, a sofa.
I think it's
Armrest, back.
I'm telling you, that's as big as your love seat.
Isn't it huge?
How come you don't have like a fold out? Hey, how come you don't have it like on the airplanes where you have that fold up display on the side for her to watch TV while you're
I
driving?
think she could go to sleep back there after a little while.
Man, why are you making her suffer without a TV back there?
And the kids, everybody can drive it. It's got a lot of space in there.
Man.
All I need now is a few other buddies to have some, so we can go camping and roam around. But I don't know anybody that does.
I just don't. I don't have that trust fund. I'm not a trust fund baby.
One of these days, I mean, you got that toy. I could go with you.
Yeah, I don't even want to ask what it costs.
They're $9.10, but you can get them about $8.50. That's the 1,000, the big one they have. And then the
Got to start conversation. Troublemaker.
Cool.
Careful, no accidents. You got to take us to the airport. Is he going to take us on airport in that? Huh?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna ride in the airport.
still there. Like right now.
That's what you're gonna use to bring us to the airport.
Yeah.
To send us to the airport.
Yeah, is that what you want?
That's bad.
Believe it or not, it's actually
TGB is the brand name.
TGB.
Never heard of them. And they're from China.
Golden Bell? Yeah, the Golden Bear? The Golden Bear, maybe? You know what? If anyone
And that's
knows
1,000
in the comment
cc's.
line, put it down in the comment line and inform us what in the world is the name of our vehicle here. I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, boy, I tell you what, it's impressive looking.
It's the size of this.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the States, we've got big ones. I've had big ones myself. When I got to the shop in there, I was like, good grief, Bill. Like, this is about the biggest AT I've ever stood by in my life. Their scheme is, right, they use mags, they put winches, all the things that you try to aftermarket, they put that stuff on there. So
Yeah.
you buy this vehicle that's a little bit cheaper than a market Kawasaki or Honda or whatever.
With
in
all the
States.
gadgets.
And it's got all the bells and whistles, so you don't really have to do all of that. And at the end of the day, the quality is pretty good, right? The quality's come a long way. So CF Moto is huge here, right? You see CF Moto out here in the Philippines, but CF Moto was good in cold weather, right? Like the Norwegian and the European. They're good.
That's what I'm saying. They're selling globally.
Yeah. So again, man, I wish the Philippines would legalize this stuff. I'm ready to go. Turn signals, lights,
Windshield.
power steering, everything.
Because that's a
High
lot.
beam, low beam.
That's a lot of times, you know. It's it don't have a windshield or it don't have this, but it does. So they already come with those high visibility bars on there like that. That's pretty smart. They made them high visibility like that.
Yes, sir. The only thing I added is the windshield and the back unit.
Yes. V twin fuel injected. I wonder who. I'm gonna do a little bit more reading on these.
Winch, yeah. I probably would end up pulling more other people out of trouble than it. You know what I mean? That's the logic of a winch.
Well, Mel and I, we got his and hers back in the U.S. We got his and hers quads, you know, and they're the same one. They're both the Arctic Cat 500.
A great model. I
Yeah.
like the Arctic Cat.
Yeah, the Arctic Cat 500. But because we're not riding them all the time and we're over here, they're starting to show up with having issues, you know, because they're not being ridden.
Well, you need to put them on a trickle charger, dude.
They are on trickle
That's
charger
still
right
okay.
now. Right this minute, they're on
Okay,
trickle
they're
charger.
trickling right now.
Yeah, I have battery tuners on them.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's not the issue. It's just the other stuff like where the carburetor, they're still carbureted on those. But there's nothing wrong with that because sometimes you get in places you can repair a carburetor, but you can't just find a new electronic part.
I'm not. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
But the like rubber mount that it mounts to, like onto the head, I changed it on one because the rubber was cracking. Think we're done. 3 weeks later, the other one's doing it.
Yeah, you should have ordered two.
Should have ordered two. The rear master cylinder went out on the brake, so I ordered a new master cylinder for one. Once again, right after it, the other one does it, and it needs it right now. The rubber up here,
Like Darwin principle, or like
the bushing down in here on the steering. There's a rubber bushing there.
Murphy's Law. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Murphy's Law in action.
There's a bushing, you can't hardly feel it. It's around that steering rubber, and it went out on both of them. Like, I mean, literally at the same time.
Like it was programmed to do it.
You know, it's just starting those little nitpicking things. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you get back here and you ever do a his and hers, I think there's some good trails out this way.
I just don't know. I just don't want too much. I feel like I've already got too much. That I'm really just so happy on that bike right there.
You go more places than I could, but you'd be surprised where this could pop up.
I doubt it. I think you probably go way more places. I'd probably be begging you for a ride out.
Okay, I will do a phrase. Wherever you go on an adventure, on your adventure bike, I bet me and Phil could go on that trip.
I bet you could. I bet you could. Yeah.
Imagine we could go on any adventure.
Yeah. But there's still so many places. This is still narrow enough it could go.
The biggest problem with this is nobody in the Philippines is going to pay this kind of money.
Well, did you specially import it in, or was there a dealer?
There's a dealer right here in town, UCM,
Well, then there wouldn't be a dealer if somebody wasn't buying them.
and it's growing. So like in the 3 years I've been here, I bought 4. And during that time, I'm seeing more and more and more showing up around town. So in that time, I bought 4 from UCM. right? UCM is on
Yeah.
Panay, various places, all for Manila, right? And so, yeah.
Well,
They
this
handle
and this
the
is
TTV
unique.
line.
What is this? Hard plastic? Yeah, like ABS plastic or something.
And it had electric in it, right? So you had a third.
Oh, it's got hand grips down in here, so she can hold on. It's got
Right, and look, it gave you a
it's
big.
got oh shit handles down in there.
Hey, you're here again, Phil. You have oh shit handles.
Yeah, you got oh shit handles down here.
And let me turn the key on. It's got a big third brake light that came with that. Which, if you're thinking in terms of safety, right? Did it? Oh. One more turn. Did that fire it up? Is it brake?
There it is. Yeah, there
So
it
my
is.
point is you're going down the road by putting this unit on, which is actually made by the same company.
Yeah,
Rare.
they make them.
They make them, so you can add it, and then that gives you, in the Philippines, that's pretty added safety. This thing's very visual, right? It's big. Right?
It is.
So, you're not going to have many problems, realistically.
That's sweet the way they ran that exhaust right out the back too, right there. I mean, just like it's a big centerpiece out the back, you know. I like that. Pretty cool.
I'm glad you got a chance to finally see it. I was kind of excited for
Of course, we have the hitch on ours too,
you. What do we hitch to? There's no.
and I have a front winch also, factory.
Yeah.
They're factory winch on that one we have too. And that's another thing. Like I say, it's just at that age that both of ours, that like the switch on the winch, in and out, has messed up on both of them. Literally again, I know it sounds like a parrot story. Literally again, about the same time.
It's Murphy's Law. He's right.
So it just shows that there was only a certain amount of life in all of that stuff, and they just hit that
sooner or later
life.
I'll have some problems here, but I'm glad you brought up that point. There is a dealership here. The service is really good, right? Every little problem I've had, which hasn't been many, but because I have 4 units, I've had a variety of little ATV problems, both in Bacolod and here. They come either out to the house, fix it on the spot, or take it to the shop, or over there, they'll take it from her mom's house in La Castellana, all the way back to Bacolod, fix them up, and then re-deliver them back to your house.
Wow.
So in a situation where we don't have a lot of trailers, right, they'll use a box truck or something, get a couple guys come out, either fix it on the spot if they know what you need and can do it, or we'll pick the unit up, take it back, service it, and bring it right back to you. So I just wanted to point out that their service has been really good. I give UCM credit. But it's a growing industry in the Philippines too. ATVs are getting a little bit more popular.
They are. So they would have them at like resorts, inland resorts would have ATV rides and all.
Yeah.
But they would be little cheesy, like what we call like kid quads back in the U.S., like for a child or something. No really suspension to them, real rough riding, all
Men
that.
are running around here on 200s. The kind of thing you and I would have considered starter stuff and feels like
I
it's got
know,
no power.
but I've kinda-
You can't even slide it through a turn.
Yeah, like I say, power. There is some safety in power. You can power out of a situation.
Yeah, because any of my CF motors that were 400 or more, right? Even though the turning radius isn't that great on an ATV, if you're holding it all the way, we all know you can throttle that a little bit more and it'll kind of slide it.
Yeah, rip it around.
Rip it around if you need to. Now that's an interesting point because all these UCM 200s, like the Tiger Shark, the one that the UCM company here in the Philippines makes, it has no turning radius. Now, so any of these guys driving it on the road, they can't even hardly turn into the neighborhood. It won't hardly turn enough to turn into the neighborhood.
You know what they'll end up doing is rolling it.
That's eventually what could start to happen. Or they're getting in here and they're tweaking it, and so they're going past the point of where it's supposed to be. And so now it's going to overturn, and you're right, roll it. But yeah, so this TGB brand has the better turning radius, so you can almost turn on a dime, on the streets, in the neighborhood. There is a reason you pay this money, I will give it that. Now, will we see a lot of Philippine people do it? Probably not. Oh, and you can't insure it. Right, so nobody has ever given me trouble driving this around legally on the road, or illegally, let me rephrase that, driving it illegally. But the day I run into something or somebody runs into me, there's no way to insure this. So, I'm going to eat that cost.
Yeah.
So you're not looking at fines or tickets from the police, but
you're looking at a settlement.
You're looking at a settlement, probably immediately. And,
what's that little pump right underneath there by that shock?
Right here?
Yeah. What's it pumping?
I Believe it or not, that might be the little fuel pump. I don't know. Good question.
Might be. I don't know.
Little
Just kind of see it right there, you know.
it's pumping.
Well,
something
boy, it's
out of it
impressive
right
looking for real, man. It is.
This is it, guys. This is our last day here in the Philippines. Not doesn't mean that gonna last day forever.